friends, welcome back to another Yoga Flow with me, Kat Meffan. If you're new, then welcome. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. Today we are working on hip mobility, so all of this area around here. Of course there will be a few other little stretches in there, but the main focus is through the hips. So rather than long holds, we're really going to be working on fluidity and a little bit of elasticity, so maybe a few little bouncing parts throughout. Just listen to everything that I say instruction-wise, and of course just do what feels good in your body. We are going to start lying down, so come and lie down and we will do this together. So if you haven't done so already, making your way down to your mat, lying down on your back with the knees tucked in and just softly sway side to side, massaging out through the lower back gently, breathing here. And then slowly finding some stillness, take the hands to the tops of the knees, open up the knees to the outside and bring them round in circles like I'm doing here, opening out through the hips. And once you've done 10 going one way, do 10 going the opposite way. So working through the mobility of the hips, they may not open that far, but they may open very far. We're all different. That's something we need to really know when we're doing yoga. It's our own journey. It's a personal journey. And once you've done your 10 going the other way, slowly open up the legs, take hold of the outside of the feet for happy baby, drawing the knees down towards the armpits. Option of rocking side to side a little bit or just staying in stillness. And I want you just to notice now, so the tightness or the openness through the hips at the very start of our practice. I like to move a lot through my stretches. I feel that for me it works best on the mobility and the flexibility. And then bringing the soles of the feet together, drawing the feet down towards the tummy. Be careful of the knees here. And then let the right leg drop away down to the floor and just cradle that left foot into the chest, into the tummy area. And you can again start rocking here, again moving through the stretch. With each breath, feel something cracking open, creating space in the body. That's what yoga's all about. Switching legs now. Cradle the right leg in towards the tummy, left leg's out long. Again, working with that movement. If you'd rather stay still, that's fine. Doing what feels good for you. Bring both knees into the chest and take a few rocks forwards and backwards. And then after about 4 or 5 rocks, we'll build some momentum and come up to the feet. Feet about the width of the mat, coming into Malasana, our yogic squat. Hands at heart center and press the elbows to the inside of the knees. Again, opening through the hips. Placing the left hand down, sweep the right arm all the way up into the sky, open through the chest. And exhale that right hand down. Inhale the left hand up to the sky this time. Gazing upwards, opening through the heart. And exhale, release, press into the hands, start to heel toe the feet together. And then super slow, peel the body all the way up to standing. Head and neck come last. When you get to the top, we're going to take a few inhales and exhales. And on the exhale, we'll fall the body forwards, let the head drop. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, release. Nice. Last one. Inhale up. And release the hands down through heart center, down to the side. Inhale, Take it up and then exhale, forward fold, head hangs heavy. Inhale, create space, lift the chest, and then exhale, step it back to high plank. And we'll roll the body, waving it straight back to a downward facing dog. So it's our first downward facing dog, taking a moment to pedal out one at a time through the feet, through the leg, drawing each heel down towards the mat, spread through the fingers, creating that nice line through the wrists all the way up to the bottom. Finding stillness now, and on an inhale, take the right leg high, open out through the hips, bending that top knee. And we'll take some circular motions here with the hips. So this can be a little tricky, but we'll take 5 rotations of the hip whilst in our downward facing dog. When you've done your 5, come to straighten that leg again, 3-leg dog. And then release the foot all the way to the outside of the right hand. So we can keep the back knee off. So we're coming down into a lizard. Option here to take a few little bounces. Keep it really, really careful though, nice and gentle through the body. And then the option of coming down to the elbows, getting deeper in our lizard. Maybe lowering that back knee now. And then always the option of taking the right hand to the right knee, taking the gaze up to the sky and creating some openness through the chest. Inhaling and exhaling. Working through that Ujjayi breath if you have it in your practice. And then release the twist if you're there. Come back down to the elbows. And then when we're ready, all together, pushing up through the hands, lift the chest a little bit, and we'll take the leg all the way back up into our 3-leg dog and open out through that hip again, coming over, if you wish, into wild thing. Really lift the heart and the hips high up to the sky. And flip it back round, right leg comes all the way up, and then we exhale that leg down. So from here now, sweeping that left leg all the way up, opening out through the hip, so bending the top knee. And again, we'll take those rotations in the hip joint. So just working round in circles when you're ready. Remembering to stay strong through the shoulders, working into the breath. So just 5 circles. And then when you're done, taking that leg back up to a 3-leg dog. And then we'll step the foot all the way to the outside of the left hand this time. So coming down into our lizard. Option of keeping the back leg straight to begin with. And really gently just bounce into the hip opening, the groin, the quad. So just see what feels good. And then when you're ready, coming down to the elbows. Working through our lizard posture. Breathing here, option of still moving through the stretch. But always the option, again, options of opening out through the chest. Left hand goes to left knee. We gaze upwards. Everyone now meeting with the elbows down, and then we'll push all the way back through the hands. Take that leg high for our 3-leg dog, bending the top knee and then taking that loop all the way over into wild thing. The hips and the heart send high up into the sky. And then flipping back over, coming through 3-leg dog, and breathe, release the left foot down to the mat. So time for a little bit of frog action. Come down to the knees now. Open the knees as wide as they can go and start to come down. So you'll see that I go really low here because I'm very open through my hips. You could stay up on the hands or up on the forearms. Maybe if you've got some cushions or some blocks around you, you can use those to make your frog experience that little bit more enjoyable. You'll just breathe here for a few moments longer. Inhaling and exhaling, not losing sight of the breath. And then slowly, carefully start to push your way out of the posture. Come to kneeling. So draw those knees together. Inhale, arms come up, palms meet, and exhale down through heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, palms up. And exhale, release. Come forwards and take the bottom back to our downward facing dog. And then we'll jump the feet through to a seated position. And from here, we're going to work through the glutes and the IT band as well as the hips. So place the left foot down and then the right ankle on top of the left knee. If this isn't available to you, just come into Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. If this feels good, breathe into the posture here. You can always pad under the knees with some blocks or cushions. Couple more breaths. And then just lift the legs up. Take the left leg long and keep the right knee in. Draw the right knee up and then start to just gently press it down. Again, working into the hips. Feeling that stretch down the outside of the leg as well. And then place that right foot down over the top of the leg. Get a little bit of a twist. Inhaling and exhaling. So you've sort of rolled onto the side and releasing. Now taking a twist to the right hand side. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand goes behind you, gazing back. And releasing. This time switch the legs. So the right leg goes underneath, the left leg goes on top. So we're stacking ankle to knee in this box position with the legs. Again, modifying to Baddha Konasana if that feels better for you. Sometimes there can be a little bit of tension on the knees, which we don't want. So we want to be working through the IT band here, stretching, feeling that deeply into the body. And then lift the legs, take the right leg out long, keep the left knee on top. And again, with that hand on top of the left knee, just start to lift it and take it down nice and gently, opening through the hips. I wasn't kidding when I said today was all about the hips. Taking that little twist again so the left foot drops over to the other side of the right leg. Right hand goes back. We're gazing towards the back of the mat. And release. Taking the twist to the other side. Left hand goes behind you. Right knee to the right hand, to the left knee. And release. Taking the legs out long. Inhale, take the arms up. Paschimottanasana. Let's come into a nice deep forward fold here. Always focusing on the length of the spine rather than getting the head down to the knees. We want to think about getting the tummy down to the thighs. So keeping that spine nice and long. Inhale now, start to draw the body all the way up. And then bring the knees into the chest, just rock and roll back and forth. And then coming up onto the feet, twisting to the side. So we've got the right knee bent, the left leg is out long and we're sideways on our mat. Breathing here, take the hands to heart center. Push the right elbow into the right knee, open up the chest just a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to push through center, coming all the way over onto the left side now, switching sides. So you really got to be strong in the groin, in the hips, the inner thighs to get that movement over. Coming back to center, take the hands to the knees and just press those knees out as you lower one shoulder down at the time. This feels super good on the inner legs, but also getting that little twist through the shoulders as well. I was about to say soldiers. Shoulders. On an inhale, take the arms up, start to straighten the legs. Interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Let the arms drop over the head. Let the head hang heavy here. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Release the hands. Start to lift the chest and lower the bottom down, coming back to that Malasana yogic squat. Maybe taking a little wiggle here. Bit of side to side movement. And then take that bottom down and just slowly hug the knees into the chest. Take a couple of rolls back and forth, coming into our final postures. Hug the knees in, just drop the head to the knees. And then open the knees out, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Knees drop out wide. Just take the chest high to begin with. And then exhale, forward fold when you're ready. Inhaling and exhaling, letting the body start to wind down now after our little flow together. Breathing deep into the hips, the parts of the body that we've really been opening throughout this sequence. On an inhale, start to lift the body all the way up. Rolling over onto all fours and then to a high plank. And then lower the knees down, wide legs, child's pose. Let the body soften here. If after all that hip opening it feels better for you to close the legs and have a narrow leg child's pose, then by all means go for that. If you'd like to take a Shavasana lying on your back now, that would be perfect as well. So just doing whatever feels good for your body. Whatever you choose, just close off the eyes and take some breaths. Feel the breath and the body soften. Thank you all so much for flowing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this sequence. For many more of these, make sure you subscribe and watch my other videos. You did awesome. Namaste, and I will see you next week.